Welcome trainers, Watts here, and today we're going to be doing a competitive analysis over Golisopod. So starting off with its stats, it has an HP of 75, an attack of 125, a defense of 140, a special attack of 60, a special defense of 90, and a speed of 40. So obviously this is going to be a slow Pokemon with a very high attack stat and really good defenses. A 140 defense is extremely high, and a 90 special defense is pretty decent. The HP is mediocre, but with such a high defense, this Pokemon is definitely very capable of taking hits and dealing a ton of damage with 125 attack. So looking at its typing, it's a pretty good defensive typing in Bug Water, so it's going to be weak to Flying, Rock, and Electric, but resistant to 5 types. So this is actually a pretty good typing. It's only weak to 3 types while resisting 5, which is pretty good defensively. As for the coverage offensively, it's going to cover some decent amount of types with that Bug and Water typing, but not the best offensively. Like, there are stuff that you're not going to be able to hit for super effective damage. As for the ability, it's going to be just Emergency Exit, so switches this Pokemon out when it hits 50% or less HP, or less than 50% HP. So this ability can obviously be a good thing and a bad thing. It's technically a free eject button, but at the same time you can force yourself to switch before even getting out of an attack, which would be really bad. So to help mitigate this, it actually gets a lot of priority moves. So its notable moves are First Impression, which is a signature move to Golisopod that is going to be a 90 base power, 100 accurate, bug type physical move that is only usable the first turn this Pokemon's in battle. So you can First Impression, get forced to switch out, and then be able to use it again when you come back in later, which is a really cool thing. It also gets Struggle Bug, Bug Bite, Swords Dance, Sucker Punch, Razor Shell, Liquidation, which is a new move introduced in Generation 7, with an 85 base power, 100 accurate water type physical move that is going to have a 20% chance to lower the enemy's defense. It also gets Taunt, Leech Life, Rock Tomb, Rock Slide, Shadow Claw, Poison Jab, Aqua Jet, Wide Guard. So looking into some example sets, if you look at where Liquidation is in both sets, that can actually also be Leech Life as a way to recover some HP. But this first set's going to be Golisopod with a Citrus Berry. That way when you drop below 50% HP, your Citrus Berry will proc, putting you back up to above 50% HP, and your Emergency Exit won't activate. With a Brave Nature to reduce your speed, because your speed is so low that you might as well make this a Trick Room benefited Pokemon to maximize the slowness of the Pokemon, so it increases its speed even more in Trick Room. So Emergency Exit obviously is what we're forced to go with as the ability. As for the EV spread, it's going to be 252 in the HP, 252 in the attack, 4 in the defense, and as for IVs, you want 0 in speed to maximize its speed in a Trick Room. But as for this EV spread, it's going to be a pretty easy spread on Golisopod. Obviously, if you want to perfectly create a spread, you want to invest as much as you can in the attack to get the one-hit knockout with First Impression onto Oranguru, as it does one-hit knockout with 222 attack investment, but you can see exactly how much EVs you need to get that knockout, and then invest the rest in bulk. Maybe calc some certain things you need to survive by investing a little bit in the special defense or stuff like that. But this is an easy spread if you don't want to do any of that. So as for the moves, it's going to be First Impression, Wide Guard, Protector, Aqua Jet, and Liquidation or Leech Life. And yeah, this is the sort of standard set that a lot of people run when they run Golisopod. But the bottom one, and it's a good set because Citrus Berry helps to mitigate the Emergency Exit being bad. It's more likely to be good with Citrus Berry, but the bottom set I really enjoy, and in general this Pokemon benefits very heavily from using priority moves, as it makes sure that this Pokemon will get off an attack before it's forced to switch out from its Emergency Exit. But my bottom set is actually the one I've currently been running. So this is a Golisopod with a red card and the same set otherwise. The red card is really helpful in allowing this Pokemon to get some really clutch matchups put into the field. So for example, the red card actually activates before Emergency Exit, so the red card will activate, forcing your opponents to switch out into whatever Pokemon. So they switch out into whatever, and then Emergency Exit activates, and you can actually switch out to an appropriate counter to whatever they were forced to switch into. So it's really interesting in that regard that red card does happen. The way the orders work is that red card does happen before emergency exit, so it allows you to get some really good counter switch initiative. So overall, I've been liking this set. It's really cool. It helps with sort of giving you momentum in the game, as allowing you to force a winning matchup. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video on Golisopod. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe to see future uploads on this channel, and leave a comment as well. Peace, guys.